Hey everyone, it's Melissa Adriana coming at you with another YouTube video. This one's going to be for my, Men of the Zodiac playlist. I did a little poll on my Instagram. Go check me out, Melissa Adriana. What women wanted to see, and it was a Libra man, which I'm not surprised. I wish I could look a little bit better for the Libra man who's watching this, but I'm in quarantine, people, so, we'll just have to make do. But yeah, like I have a Libra moon, so I can definitely give you the dish on this dude. I've had a couple of relationships with them. As an Aries too, I can give you a lot of inside scoop on this because no one is attracted more to a Libra man than an Aries woman, I'll tell you, and it's vice versa. Okay, so with all that being said, let's get right into talking about the Libra. So the Libra man, he's handsome, isn't he? So handsome, so gentle, funny, charming, polite, romantic, those dimples, that smile. Trust me when I say it's all a facade, okay? That is something every woman needs to know about this man. What you see at first, it will start to come down as you get to know this guy, okay? Like all those things you will fall in love with, they're not real. This guy is the epitome of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, okay? If you can know that when you're going into it with him, it might like damper the surprise or the shock of like, yeah, as I was saying, like the quicker you can know that what you see or on the outside outwardly or like what draws you into him is not real, it will soften the shock of it all, okay? Because this guy is, to know him, you don't really know him unless you know him. Like his mother will know him. You got to be one of those people he's seen on a daily basis. If you see this man out and about, you maybe work with him or you maybe like, I don't know, go to school with him, you're not going to know him, okay? This guy, it's a facade, okay? And it's very important to talk about that, okay? Another thing to talk about, you may be wondering, why does he do this? Why does he have all those excellent qualities, that makes him so likable? It's because he cares a lot about being liked. A Libra man cares. So let's say like in life, like these are the things that are important to him. Like being liked will be all the way up here, okay? I would say he cares more about like being liked even more than the Libra woman. I don't feel like I've had many girlfriends who are Libras. They never gave a shit about who cared about them. That's another video, but a Libra man. So think about it. Like, he has all those qualities: charming, polite, very mannered, well-mannered, pleasant. What are those things? Those are things that make people likable. And you know what? I'm not here to bash you because as a Libra moon, I do the fucking same shit myself. So, like, and a Libra moon actually will care more about a Libra sun, about being liked. I used to spend so much time back in the day when I found out someone didn't like me trying to figure out, like, how? Why? Because it's so shocking for us when someone doesn't like us. It's like, how can anybody not like us? Like, we were doing everything that was like, likable, but it's those people who see through it, okay? And that's what's very important to know about this man, okay? Another thing to note is that this man has a boatload of options, okay, when it comes to females. So it's never going to be you who's going to be making the decision whether you guys are together. It's going to be him. And let me tell you how this guy will put you through maybe 2-3 years of friendship. You'll always be his friend first, and it may not be like friends like friendship bracelets like blood brothers, but I'm saying like you will know him for a bit before he makes up. It's not like you're just gonna meet him and he's gonna be like, oh my god, she's the one, I need to propose. That will never happen. This guy needs to suss you out. He will watch you He will know what you're about. He's gonna put you through tests. Yeah, this guy is definitely gonna make you work for it. You might want to be careful with that, because I'll tell you, I've been through that. And when I found out and when I realized, okay, this guy wants to be with me, it was him who made actually the announcement. I was just like, oh, okay, you want to be with me? I didn't know. I thought we were just friends. But when I saw what the prize was, I was like, what the flippin' hell? This is what I waited for. This guy's a totally different person once he feels like he has you. Like that charming shit and that, vajaja, blah, 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 with the eyes and the smile, which I call witchcraft charm. That will all be a thing of the past, okay? One thing you need to know about this guy is that would shock you is that he's insanely jealous. The moment he makes that announcement that you're together, it's like this guy's gonna want to go everywhere with you. He'll go everywhere. It's like he'll be everywhere. I remember when I had a Libra boyfriend, my friends were just like, I don't get it. Like, does he come everywhere with you? Like, are you guys attached at the hip? Like, what's going on? Like, and as an Aries, like, we're not into that. We're very much into our independence. So like with a Libra guy, it's like everything is like a pact. Like we have to go everywhere, like they roll in packs. And if you notice that too, like with the friendships and stuff like that, like Libras will always be in groups. They're never like one-on-one with someone or something like that. Like they always, I wouldn't say that they're very independent, in that sense, like, yeah, I may go to the gym or whatever, but, I know with mine, like I can only talk about my experiences. Like this guy wanted to be everywhere all the time with me, and he wanted to know what I was doing. I used to hear some stupid shit like, he didn't like the way I would say hi to his friends. He thought it was too cheeky or something. Is that even a thing? I don't even know anything about that. Like this is a first for me. I've never heard that. You don't like the way I say hi to your friends. Okay. And yeah, with all that being said, he will treat you that way, but nothing will apply to him. This guy will decide he wants to take off for 2-3 days, and you can call him, but he's not going to answer. I think it's quite amazing, and it actually like boggles my brain. The completely... what's the word? The contradicting nature of a Libra man. This man's all about relationships. I mean, this guy is like, out of all the men of the zodiac, would love to be married, but he's not going to just be married. He's going to be married and he wants his cake, okay, and eat it too. He's not going to be a one-woman man. I mean, there's just too much temptation out there for him, He's a very good-looking guy. I tell you, like, I don't even see, I never see a Libra person, a man. If you look at celebrities and you find out they're a Libra, you're gonna, like, you will start to know. Like, I watch movies and I'm like, this guy's a Libra, I can totally tell. But, they're never ugly. If you find one, he's probably the only one out of all the ones you'll see in your life. This guy gets a lot of action, okay, from the opposite sex. And, I don't blame it because... as an Aries, I told you I'm very attracted at the beginning, okay? The handsomeness is just off the freaking Richter, okay? And that goes for Libra Moons too. My son is a Libra Moon, and he has the Libra qualities that I see, and I'm just like, oh, Jesus Christ, because I have it too, but whatever, that's another story. I will make a video on Libra Moons, okay? But, yeah, they're very handsome. But anyways, back to the contradicting nature, like, how can you want to be married? Like, you're so down for that whole thing, like of being like, this guy will get married at a young age, but it's like, he's not going to stop his side shit, okay? He's not. If you do have one like that, good for you. I just don't know how long it will last. Maybe it's just a phase right now. Maybe there's no opportunity right now. But I would be shocked, okay? This guy, a lot of ladies find him attractive, okay? That's all I'll say, including me. A part of it, if I'm trying to make sense of it, a part of why this could be happening is because I told you, like, this guy cares a lot about being liked. So, he's not going to want to be rude to anyone. He's going to, if he sees someone who's feeling him and he thinks she's fine too, it's like, why? Why wouldn't I? Like, that's so rude not to. He's very flirty. Oh, if you are okay with sitting at that table at a restaurant while he flirts with the waitress right in front of you, like, you really got to be a particular type of woman to be with this man, like, long term. You're going to have to deal with a lot of shit. You're going to have to put up with a lot of issues, okay? From this guy, not being anywhere on time, breaking plans, flirting with people in front of you. We should probably get into another category. This guy is not I wouldn't say he's like that motivated in life. This is not the Capricorn man we're talking about, okay? This guy takes a long time to get his shit together as far as career, okay? But the good thing about him, which I've noticed with many Libra men, is that, they don't go and have kids with anybody, until they have that security. So, I mean, that's really good, like, because, I don't think anybody should be doing that kind of stuff, making babies until, they have their shit together. But, yeah, he's not going to be that motivated, I would say, like, to get up in the morning and work that 9 to 5, so, he's like typically, the dreamer, he has a lot of ideas, but putting them into action, that's a whole nother story. I want to like touch on another thing. I want to go back to when I was talking to, the fact that he's very jealous. One thing you need to know is that once this guy makes up his mind about you and he wants to be with you and you accept, your chances of getting out of this relationship are going to be slim. It's like almost like he seals that deal for life. Like, and, I kind of have some characteristics like that too. I don't really believe in, when you're with someone to be threatening, that, oh, well then get the fuck out of here. Then, oh, it's over. But they take it to a different level. Like Libra sun men, they will beat their way out of like a relationship. Like no woman can just leave. Okay. It's like, their famous thing is like, you started this. Like, it's going to take a lot for you to have to leave, okay? And like I said, like, they will beat their way out of a relationship. I mean, with my experience, he fully knew that we were not good for each other, and it was so destructive, but I had to literally fall off the face of the earth to get away from this man. This man will not let you go. It's like to death, till death do us part. Like, he's really about that. He is really about that. And, broken relationships, they scar him. They really do. So, like, I do want to talk, I don't want this to be a man bashing, a Libra man bashing episode, but I will get into like the good things. But while I'm on this topic, let's just talk about one of the good things, that this guy will do whatever it takes to make it work. Like, he may not change his behavior, but this man will never say it's over. So if you're down for that, a man having this man to the end, he will always want to make it work. So, maybe all you have to do, if you want to get his attention. He will be there. He will be there in a jiffy. That will get his attention. But, it may be good for like a couple weeks, or it's going to go right back to the way it was. This guy I don't find this guy that easy to get along with. I mean, for me, it's just, they're not motivated in life. Like, I like a motivated man, a man who's going to, bring that bacon home, just like I do. A man who is like straight shooter. Like, this guy is very complicated, so I don't know, like, if you can deal with that, but you will have great conversations with him. You'll feel like a princess in his presence, but you have to understand that he can do that with many different women. This is a guy who can have like 4 or 5 different relationships at once. I mean, he could be with you and he could have a whole other family somewhere else, and they won't even, they won't even know, and they won't even question it, because they'll be like, I didn't have any, indication, because he knows how to give that attention to everybody, like, in a fair amount, because that's his thing. It's all about fairness. So it's like, I'm with all you women. Why would I not be fair and give you equal amount of attention? Like, He can very much do that, okay? He can have like revolving relationships at one time. And I mean more than one or two. Like it can get into like three, four, five. Oh yes, he can do that. So like again, like if that's your thing, I don't know. But you know, I feel like this video will be like one of my most watched videos out of the men of the zodiac because there's a lot of women. You know, he is always that life lesson for some woman out there. I feel personally the best matches for a Libra man would be another Libra woman because they're both never going to want to end it, you know, so it's like they'll take each other's shit kind of in a sense. And then I would say also a Capricorn woman. Capricorn is very good for Libra. I feel like this also is my match because my husband's a Capricorn and Capricorns can somehow make Libras tamed. I don't know what it is. Like we're gonna have to get into a whole different video there, but there's something about Capricorns like that can tame that spirit in us. I don't know what it is, but yeah, like you know, as a woman watching this, if you're a woman watching this, like you probably will be most likely a woman watching this. Be very careful. Yeah, as I was saying, just be very careful because if you can take one thing away from this video is that all those things you fell in love with him over, it's not really who he is, okay? But, you know, like this guy is very fun, very fun. I'll admit, you know, like if I had to be on a stranded island with someone, it would be a Libra man. I mean, you could literally do nothing and you're going to have a good time. This guy is great. He's a great conversationalist. He's funny. He can keep it going. He's witty. He's sexy as shit too. Oh my God. But it's just that all that other stuff, if you can deal with that, I mean, then kudos to you, but they're not the nicest, okay, in relationships. It's always about them. It's always about them. It's not. Don't buy into this thing about with Libras. Oh, you know, we always think about other people. No, they don't. They don't. They have a very hard time giving their love to just one person. Very hard time. There's just too much of them to give, you know? And like I said, they love to be loved, okay? And, you know, when there's another woman there who's giving them that, you know, energy and they think she's dope too, it's like, why would they miss out on that just because they're with you? I'm sorry. But, you know, I don't have anything more I think I need to say about Libra man. I've said it all. I will say one more thing too, actually. I think part of the reason why they have a hard time giving up, you know, opportunities with other people while they're with someone is because they love the idea of being in love. Oh my God. And when someone can ignite that in them, they can't help but run with it. They have to entertain it. I told you, this guy is all about love. He's all about marriage, but he's a very difficult personality. You'll have to, you know, you'll have to deal with it, honey. You will. And, you know, it depends on how much you can last, you know, with, you know, that charm of his and that, you know, the dimples, you know them, right? It's like we can be fighting today and then tomorrow it's just like nothing happened. I mean, if you can deal with that, you know, but if you're a smart girl, you will see through it. And, you know, it just depends. I got cut off. It whatever tickles your fancy, you know what I mean? If you're into that spontaneous guy, that guy who's going to leave you hanging, that guy who's going to keep you on your toes, that guy who's going to be, you know, charming, you know, all those kind of like, you know, things that give you that thrill. Okay, you know, you'll be fine. But I like a stable guy. I like a guy who's predictable. I like a guy who's going to, you know, bring that bacon home. Like I said, a man. I wouldn't say this guy is a man. He's forever a little boy in a man's body. Peter Pan. So that's all I have today. I'm really sorry if this video was not what you expected. I don't have much to say. I mean, they're pretty to look at. A Libra man is pretty to look at. Maybe even a one-night stand, but marriage? Hell fucking no. So anyways, let me know what you thought. I'm really sorry. I really hope I didn't offend anybody, but you don't need to take whatever you see online and take it internally. Yes, just take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? So thank you so much for watching. And, stay safe out there. Have a blessed day. And, peace and love.